I reckon it was me that put Dave Smith onto it in first place.
You told him. Ken?
Well, no, but I told Ernie that works for him. I reckon he must have cottoned on through him.
Oh, well, never mind. He'd have probably found out anyway.
Hey, I'll strangle that alarm clock.
That alarm clock's all right. I got up, but I'm not spending my life shaking you. But if they do turn it into a betting shop, what'll happen to the post office?
No, go for a Burton, I suppose.
But can he do that? Would the post office let him do it? You've got time for some toast. Ken, they wouldn't let him do it, would they?
What?
Post office.
At the corner shop.
What? What's that? Well, I don't know.
What'd he be doing to him, Valerie? He seems miles away.
No, I was just thinking about our David, that's all.
Oh, why don't you go around there tonight and take him out for a drink?
I might do that.
Irma said he's terribly depressed about his leg. It's really getting him down.
Yeah, because he's all the sixes and sevens about that job with Sid Lambert.
Well, I don't think he's ready for it. According to the hospital, it'll be at least 3 weeks before he can walk without a stick.
Well, that's got to turn his hand to something, hasn't he? I mean, what do you think he could do, Ken?
Come on, then. Well, I don't know. I think he ought to go to one of those training centres, you know, a rehabilitation centre, something like that.
Well, I don't know if they'd have him. Not now he's got a job lined up.
Yeah, well, just a thought, you know. Don't worry about it. Right, well, I better be off, love. I'll see you tonight.
What time will you be late?
Why do you say that?
Oh, all right. Please yourself. Go out and come back when you like.
No, I'm sorry, kid. I'll be back about 5:30, all right?
Suit yourself. As a matter of fact, I've got a little bit of business on myself today.
Oh?
It's no good looking at me. I don't know what she's up to.
Business?
You'll see. Anyway, you run along to work. I'll see you tonight. Go on. Go on.
Yeah.
Hey, you got him worried, dear, you know.
And you can take that look off your face, because I'm not telling you either.
I'm not going to have enough. Mrs. Pilling, well, she'll be unlucky for a start. Have you not come in about bread, Mrs. Sharples? Delivery man's let me right in cart. Have to give him a ring. Yes, what was it?
I believe you're selling this place to Dave Smith. He's opening it as a betting shop, is that right?
Aye, well, I've been thinking about it, but how the heck did you find out?
Don't you think we're getting enough riff-raff in this place without you adding to it? Get a betting shop down here, have every dead like the miles around.
You want to buy it?
Don't talk so daft.
Do you know anyone else who does? Who else will offer me £1,750 for it? Ah, that's what I reckon I can screw him for.
I don't care what you reckon.
But I do, Mrs. Sharples. You come in here, riding your eye all shut in the odds. Now, look here, Mrs. Sharples. I'm selling this shop, right? I want to get out, so I must sell it. Now, you find me someone who'll pay me the price that Dave Smith is offers, and he can have it.
There's been a corner shop in Coronation Street since Methuselah was lad, and no stranger has a right to change it. Mind you, I'm not arguing, I'm just telling you.
And I'm telling you, Mrs. Sharples. Now, look here. You come in here, shouting the odds. Now, look, this shop is my business, and there's now you or anyone else can do about it.
Well, I wouldn't bank on it if I were you. I've seen bigger fellas than you come across before now. And don't you forget it.
Ah, silly old.
How tight can you do?
How's the cold?
No, it's going off me a bit now. Can I help you?
No, it's all done. You know, it's all this gallivanting around what's giving you this cold. Too many late nights. No bothering you, is the love.
I've finished gallivanting, as you call it.
Oh, and how about this boyfriend of yours?
I've finished with him and all.
Had a barney, have you?
No, I just got fed up with his daft talk and his dafter ideas.
Oh, I seem to recall that you were very impressed with him.
Well, you can go off people, can't you?
Oh, at your age, you can afford the luxury.
Besides, he wasn't very reliable. He stood me up a couple of times. Not that I'm bothered.
Oh, of course not.
I mean, there are plenty more fish in the sea.
Aye. And it's open season all the year round, isn't it?
All subscribers, please check the telephone mouthpieces I've got.
I haven't been in here since Tickler brought me.
Just look at him. Fred Cook. Wife and 5 kids, and not one of them with a coat to their backs, living on national assistance and gambles away every penny he can lay his hands on.
Well, he seems to manage all right, Ina.
Mind are all the same in that family. I remember his mother running away with the Diddleham Club money. Brought up a family on chips and sugar butties. What are you gawping at?
Oh, there's Ernie.
I want to go on the cheese, Mrs. Caldwell.
Time did your gaffer show up?
Mr. Smith. Oh, he should be here any minute now. Why? Do you want to see him?
Well, I'm not coming here chucking my money away like these mugs.
There you are, Ernie. Have one on me.
Thanks. Come up for you then, did it?
On the nose.
There's one mug that's happy anyhow.
Yes, for how long? Come in here and toss it all away again tomorrow.
Tickler used to reckon he had a system.
18
And you won yourself a nice few quid, if I remember rightly.
Yes, and I could do with another one like that and all.
Well, now, I'm not going to promise anything definite, but according to a whisper that's going round here, stick something on local colour in the 12:45. They reckon it's a knocking bet. You seeing you?
Strikes me that one's as bad as the rest of them.
Local colour?
You're not betting, are you?
Well, just a shilling maybe. I mean, if we've got to sit here, I might as well.
I want your face blacking.
Just a minute.
Oh. Oh, is Mrs. Sharpeth not in?
No, she's gone on an errand with Minnie. Did you want her for out special?
Oh, no, not really. It's just, she promised...
Oh, it's that piano stool, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, she mentioned you'd be around to collect it. It's over here. There you are.
Oh, it looks strong enough, doesn't it?
Getting a piano then, are you?
Oh, the seat lifts up, no.
Oh, what's that lot there?
Oh, I better leave these here.
No, let's have a look. Toy drum major, Rennie and Billy Houston. Hey, little hen. In a monastery garden. No, best keep them, I think. I can't see him wanting them, can you?
Oh, well, I'll leave them in here just in case. And if she wants them, I can always fetch them back. Shepherd of the Hills. Oh, that's a bit advanced for me. Yes, I'm getting this old piano.
Oh, how much did that rush you?
Oh, just a couple of pints for Len. They were going to pay me to take it away. Oh. Still, I suppose Ken will go spare anyway.
Give over. You can't beat the old sing-song round the piano at night. Just you and him.
Oh.
Of course, they do seem to be going out of fashion nowadays. Was a time when folks would save up like mad to get them. Used to keep them under the window with a cherry boy on top. Saturday night, after pubs shut, you'd get off home, taking a drink with you, of course, get the old meat butties out, and you was landed.
Yes, I've heard Uncle Albert used to be quite a lad with Roses of Picardy.
Roses of Picardy. Oh, aye. Well, it's all changed now. You come back from the pub, you switch on the telly, and it's either that Robert Robinson or the epilogue. By the way, how is Albert?
Oh, fine. Oh, yes. Well, if you'll excuse me, I must get along, Mrs. Midgley.
Yes, well, I'll tell her that you called.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry, love.
Thank you.
Right.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ra now. Roses are blooming in the Picardy, but there's never a rose like you.
And now they bet. They bet 4 to 1 number
Yeah, I'm
10,
waiting for the Yankee
8 to 1
bet.
14,
That's the
same
one with the
price
money.
9, 18 and 25 to 1 bar. And they are going down.
Can't go on form, that's damn silly.
Sweating a bit, are you, love?
What time does it start?
Oh, 12:45, any minute now.
The shop the paper, love.
But I told you to back it each way.
No.
How much have you had on it?
Oh, just a shilling win.
Always play it safe, love. I mean, 25 to 1, that's a long shot, isn't it?
I thought you said he'd be in this morning.
Well, he usually is. Perhaps he stayed out and have a bit of dinner.
All right, well, that's where I'm going now. But I shall be back, and when he shows his face in here, you can tell him that, and all of you come in and stop him.
Oh, I can't come now, Ian. I've got to stay and see how my bet does.
Judas.
Oh.
I didn't know this was your local. Relax.
No, it's not really. I move around. You know, coffee?
Please.
Let's have one coffee, Waxy. No, I was just passing by and dropped in.
Just like that. That's nice. I use this place quite a lot. It's handy.
Yeah. Oh, how'd you get on with the old fella yesterday?
Marvellous. Make a good piece. He was as mad as the birds. He wanted to marry me.
I enjoyed going around with the gallery with you.
Good.
By the way, I looked up a story of yours yesterday, one you wrote last week about the counting dog. It was very funny.
Turn me on to anything.
No, really, you write well.
I'm ambitious.
Good thing.
Why not?
You're also very self-assured, aren't you?
Brothers and sisters, have I none?
You alone?
It's quicker that way, don't you think?
If I had my road, I'd sweep you off the streets, you know, with all the scavengers feeding on the ignorance and stupidity of a lot of folk who ought to know better.
You're balmy, do you know that? You've done it. Won by 3 lengths.
Oh, how much?
Where's your slip?
And don't you think that fellas like Len Fairclough will welcome it? You'll get no change out of him.
Look, get lost with you, Mrs. Sharple.
Look, another crack out of that lie you and I'll land you one.
Hey, now just take your hands off.
Look.
Well, now, that's what I like to see. Everybody having a bit of fun. What did he come in at, love?
25 to 1.
Oh, stroll on. Still, all a bit of a giggle, isn't it?
Ah, yes. It's all a bit of a giggle for them little starving kids when they see their tea go down at 25 to 1. Are you coming?
Oh, you go on in. I'll catch you up.
You will do no catching up. You're coming now.
Oh, I'll come in a minute.
What's up with you?
Well, I think I'm on a bit of a winning streak. I say...
It's all go, isn't it? Got your own private phone here, have you?
Yes, the office. Oh, it's always the office. They want to know where my story on working men's clubs is.
Oh, and where is it?
Still in here. Oh, let them wait. Sweat a bit.
Well, at least I'll never get any ulcers. Galloping meals down to rush back to the first year English appreciation.
Do you find teaching dull?
It's a living, but I'm not delirious.
Well, why do you do it? Nice, well-set-up young lad like you, with a BA to boot. Well, you could go into anything.
Yeah, I've got a few odd principles about it. They're buried a bit deep, but, well, I suppose somebody's got to drag up kids, and I'm vain enough to think I can do it better than most.
Good for you.
And what about you now? How did you start in the newspaper? Grammar school, and what?
Oh, I just got in. I used to write a lot of poetry at school, you know, big stuff.
Oh, didn't we all? You know, it seems ages since I put 2 words together that rhyme.
I suppose I got into papers because I've got a lot of lip.
Oh, yes, you need a lot of that, I know. You know, I got one hung on me once for something I wrote in the university paper.
Hung on you?
Yeah, thumped, done, you know. I wrote about where we live.
We?
Yes, I've got 2 kids. I wrote about this street where we live, the vital proletariat, and I got thumped in a pub.
Thanks for the warning. That's never happened to me yet. Well, I don't think you should be put off journalism by one thick ear.
No, I've often thought about it, but that's all. Do you really like it?
Suits me. A lot of rushing about, never knowing where your next meal's coming from.
I'll buy it for you.
Where is she? Oh, you know it's a lovely coat. Oh, it is.
Oh, where's Ina?
Out back. Oh, you know, I could do with a nice warm coat like that. How much did it cost you?
Oh, I got it as a bargain. But didn't Ina tell you about my winnings?
What winnings?
Oh, she hasn't said anything then.
All I know is she came in here with a face like thunder. She hardly said 2 words and walked out back. What winnings?
Well, I went down to Dave Smith's.
The bookie?
Yes, I won 26 shillings, but I lost some after.
You never. No wonder you come in here sporting your new coat.
Oh, but I didn't get it out of my winnings, Clara. I got it off a man.
You got it. First you win 20-odd bob on the horses, then you stroll in here wearing a brand new coat, and then you say you got it off a man.
Well, I can't tell you who he is because he asked me not to broadcast it,
Oh, I must be going up the flaming wall.
What's money doing on my table?
She says it's winnings.
Well, take it off. Don't come in here flaunting your pieces of silver.
Oh, Ina.
I don't know how you've got the cheek. Go on, put it into your purse.
What are you getting so het up over? Not wrong in having a bit of a flutter so long as you win.
Gambling leads to ruination.
Oh, Ina, I only had a shilling.
It doesn't matter what you put on. It's the principle of the thing. Gambling is evil, and that's all there is to it.
How come the church at the bottom of end of Maudsley Street used to run a bingo session every weekend?
Oh, that lot's a crowd of heathens. They do out to raise money.
So you're saying I'm evil just because I had a bet on a horse?
I'm saying now to sort. I took you down there to help me to stop them bringing that den of iniquity into this street, and all you do is encourage them. Now, where are you going?
Out. You've said enough, you have, Ina, and I'm not going to put up with it.
You silly old Minnie Colwell.
What? Oh, she's gone.
Duck egg, here. Go on after her. She'll have all the neighbours out the stake she's in.
I don't see why I should run your errands.
You heard what I said. The stake she's in, she won't listen to me, will she?
After what you just said, I doubt if she'll listen to me either. Here, I won't be long.
And what do you want?
It's our Valerie. She thought perhaps she might like to come and have a look at that piano she's got.
It's that kitten on the keys, Minnie Cole, I've got to sort out first.
You go in there and I'll finish that. It's freezing in here.
Oh, nearly done. You get back in there, wrap yourself up and keep warm. Cop for a right cold, she has.
She looks a bit washed out. Here, what she needs is a drop of brandy. I'm not too late, am I?
No, I was just going to put the towel on, but this time.
Right, well, a drop of brandy, lots of hot water for Lucille, whiskey for me, and have one yourself, will you?
No, it's all right, Mr.
Nonsense. Help sweat it out. Best thing in the world for colds. Now, you take it upstairs with you. Down the hatch, jump into bed, sleep it off. That'll shift it.
Go on, I'll bring it up later, love. Just a taste of brandy. Now, you get into bed, and I'll bring it up after.
Well, thanks very much, Mr. Fitz.
OK, love.
You know, she thinks brandy's just for getting drunk on. Well, how's things, eh?
Oh, not so good. Heard about the stink Mrs. Sharples is kicking up about me selling shop.
Oh, I went in hours ago. All the street hears about it. There we are. I've not taken her brandy.
No, you take it. I'm looking after her.
Oh, I told her.
Well, now, what do you think, Jack? I mean, about the shop?
Well, I'm afraid that this time I must agree with her. I don't much like the idea of having a betting shop at the end of the street. Mind you, it's easy enough for me to talk. I mean, if you're dead set on leaving, you've got to sell the place and get what you can for it. Pity it had to be Dave Smith, though. Cheers.
Well, I reckon I can get $17.50 for it.
Oh,
Aye. I tend to get another $2.50 for stock. I clean forgot about it when I'm talking to him before, but that's a must.
Oh, you don't want to be left with any stock on your hands. What are you thinking of doing next, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Go and see Sandra first, see if we can't work something out.
Oh, how's she going on?
Well, she seems happy enough, but that's not the point, is it? I mean, apart from aught else, it's worrying knowing your daughter's living on her own in digs.
It's surprising how many young girls do that nowadays. Even Lucille at times, you know what.
That's why I want to sell up quick, get a few quid together and make a fresh start somewhere else.
It's a pity you couldn't make a go of it round here.
Yeah, I thought I had me stall all laid out. Still, I dare say it'll work itself out, won't it?
Oh, well, it usually does.
What I want to do is find a groove somewhere where I can fit in. You wouldn't think that'd be so hard to find, would you?
No, I expect you'll make out all right.
Yeah. See ya.
Oh, ta-ra. Hey, you've left your Oh. Yeah,
Oh, the door will open.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it looks all right.
Not bad for nothing. Lynn Fairclough was shifting house for that Mrs. Grundy that lives next door, and she just wanted to get shut of it.
Makes you weep, doesn't it? Must have cost them all of 30 quid, and I'll bet it's never been opened since the war. What's the tone like?
Try it. I wouldn't know the difference. Oh, by the way, thanks for the stool.
Oh, that's all right. Glad to help. Hang on, they're coming on, aren't they?
Yeah, that was the one Miss Nugent took with that new camera of hers.
Very nice. I've heard worse. I get Billy Campion to it, you know, him what lives in Viaduct Street with the bad leg. He'll tune it for you.
Ah, tuning, yes. But who's going to teach me to play it?
Well, I'll take you through boot one if you like. Mind you, there's a lot of hard graft in this. Needs application. You don't play like Charlie Coons after 1 week, you know.
Oh, Hank. You know, that blooming woman gives me the pip.
No need to ask who.
She's got the markers on you as Clafty Clara.
Well, I'd rather settle for you, Enid, and by gum, that's saying a lot.
Oh, shall I leave the room?
Hey, why don't you play a tune? What about Roses of Picardy?
Oh, grow up. The war's over. At 17, he falls in love quite madly with eyes of tender blue. At 24, he gets it rather better.
Here, I thought you were going to wait for me, Albert.
Why? Where were you going?
Nowhere.
You put the cabbage on?
Yes. Thought you'd be round at the corner shop.
Why?
Just saw Dave Smith going in.
Oh, what was his face like?
Couldn't see. It was across the other side. Looking for you.
Sounds as though he's called it off. Better slip round and see what's happening.
Stock?
I reckon it's worth it.
Not to me, it didn't, mate. 250 quid? You must be out of your mind. What do I want with this stuff? Why don't you flog it somewhere else?
That means giving it away. I can't afford that.
Yeah, well, that's your problem, isn't it, Mr. Petty?
I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. If you want this shop, this lot goes with it.
Now, look, there are other premises, you know. I mean, what do I want with all this stuff, eh? Gonna cost me a bob for alterations as it is. Look here. 1750, cash.
I told you I can't do it. Not and lose 250, I can't.
Well, it's not worth 2,000 to me, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's up to you, isn't it?
Well, in fact, the more I think about it, the more I think I might have made a bit of a bloomer in the first place.
Well, that's up to you, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, you're being a very silly fella. I mean, well, you're not exactly sitting on a gold mine here, are you? I mean, not in a dump like Coronation Street with all the dead beats you get around here.
Close the door on the way out, will you?
Aye, now, wait a minute, look. You can't afford to be too choosy, you know.
I'm not going to sell it to you. I'd rather give it away. Go on, sling your hook.
What are you talking? All I'm trying to do is a straight...
You heard me.
God, get lost. And you.
Good afternoon. So, I see you took my advice.
Nothing to do with you, Mrs. Sharples. And if I weren't so bull-necked, I'd go after him now, call him back.
Ah, well, it doesn't matter what the reason is. The main thing is you're not going to sell our corner shop to a fellow like Dave Smith.
Oh, well, who knows why we do these things? Sure, you wouldn't like to take it off me, Mrs. Sharples. Nice, comfortable living.
What, this dump? I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot barge pole. Give me half a pound of wholemeal biscuits.
Hello. Hey, what's the hurry?
I'm being followed. Shut them doors.
You being what?
Oh, it's that Clara.
What, Midgley?
Yes, at her age and all. Now, look, it's no giggling matter. This is very serious.
What's she after? Your pension?
Oh, I can't make a move without she's there breathing down my neck.
Well, I don't know what you're moaning about. It's not often a chap of your age gets 2 bites at a cherry.
No, but it was that there big hoggy that mixed it up for me.
What's that, Ogden?
Barm cake.
Oh, Stan.
Yeah, I told her I fancied her.
And do you?
Look. I'd like to give him a punch on the snitch. And there's that Valerie of ours, too. She's been at it. Well, it's all right you laughing, Jack Walker, but I feel a right tater.
Never mind, lad. We'll give you a good send-off.
What?
Well, it's not often in the street that we get 2 weddings in the same family, is it?
Oh, heck.
Oh, yes?
You're not annoyed, are you? It didn't cost me a thing.
I hope it didn't.
And I won't play it when you're working. And it won't disturb the kids, providing I play quietly. Oh, you are annoyed, aren't you? Well, what's wrong in us having a piano? Apart from anything else, it's a nice piece of furniture. Oh, don't just stand there. What do you think? What are you laughing at?
Honestly. Well, apart from the fact that you can't...
I can hardly play a note.
Hardly that you can't play a note.
What's that, then?
The opening note of Oklahoma.
Correct. You've just won £5. And tomorrow you'll get the second note.
Oh, Val, what are you? A sociologist? A pianist?
I'm a married woman with 2 kids going spare for something to do.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I never seem to get time for anything but washing and cooking and mucking out after those 2.
Oh, do I complain?
No, but I do sometimes.
Well, listen, Val. Well, this is what I want, really. Just you, me, and the twins.
Oh, it is not what you want. You're always saying to me...
I'm never saying anything.
You're always saying I never talk to you.
Well, you can't talk about a piano.
Oh, well, I just want something to do, that's all. Just something apart from the kids.
Right. Now, come here. Sit down. Now then. Play.
I can't play
Go on.
yet. Well, what do you expect?
Here, come on, I'll do a bit of vamping for you now then. Ah, yeah, that'll be Barbarelli now, ringing up to complain.
Probably David, or else a reporter.
What?
David was on, sounded terribly depressed. He was on about some reporter or something. Oh, I know what I know.